You can also discover more secrets of success on our website, www.makingittv.com.
And coming up next, we're going to meet Gina Alexander, who found a very original way to use photography. Life hasn't always been a pretty picture for Gina, but her inner strength helped her create a wonderful, successful business. And we'll meet this amazing soul right after this.
Celebrating the entrepreneurial spirit in America, Making It is being brought to you by The Boeing Company and by Southern California Edison. For over 100 years, life powered by Edison.
And welcome back to Making It. Suffering a great loss can make it difficult to envision a bright future, but finding inner strength and overcoming adversity is an admirable trait. Gina Alexander came from an entrepreneurial family. Her father instilled in her the importance of having her own business and not working for other people.
Well, after starting several businesses that failed, Gina had another idea, inspired from her love of photography. But she would put photos on handbags. Combining all the lessons she learned, she created a strong business plan and then a successful company.
In 2000, her sister gave her some startup money, and Gina went out, determined to succeed this time. She has now grown the company from just 3 to 15 employees in 3 years.
Eventually, celebrities bought her handbags, and they appeared in magazines and newspapers. Her bags have also been seen on various television awards shows. Gina Alexander tells Ziomar Galindo about her company and path.
You've had several failed businesses. What did you learn from those that helped you create a successful company?
Well, a lot of times, like, I would just start a business because it was the trend. It was always had to relate with fashion, and it was with the trend. And you know, fashion is very competitive here in Los Angeles. So I didn't have a business plan. I just went for it, and I think that's what really helped me, was that I really needed to sit down and do a business plan and see if this made a profit.
Now, your husband, Richard Alexander, also works in the business. How do you split your responsibilities?
He takes care of the finances, and he's very detailed, he's very disciplined, and you know, he makes sure that each product is, you know, we make a profit margin, and he really dissects, you know, all the materials and does our cost sheets. So he's really good with the money part. I'm looking at fabric and hardware and shapes and functions of the bag. I'm constantly working with our sewers.
Tell us how your cousin Alexander Aquino joined your company, and what does he do?
I was, you know, showing him, you know, the handbags, and he was showing me what he did on the website, and you know, he's really great with graphics, and we just combined our talents together, and that's where the photo bags came.
Why specifically did you go with initially the photos on the designer handbags?
I actually worked for a couple of handbag designers, and I just love handbags, and I know that for women, a bag is their life. You carry everything in there, and you know, I got tired of like bringing out all the photos and, you know, my scrapbooking book, and so it's just a good way to, you know, show off your baby.
Your startup money came from out of pocket. At the time, you were also working at Starbucks to pay the bills. Tell us about that.
We were late on bills, paying our vendors, our suppliers. We were really late, and so our accountant at the time, Sabrina Geary, said, you need to go out and get a job, even if it's at Starbucks. So I took it to heart, and I went to Starbucks because it was, you know, on my conscience, I was like, we really need to pay these people back. And so I worked at Starbucks, and what was funny is that people would see, who knew me as designing or having a store, they'd come and see me at Starbucks and go, what are you doing here? I'm like, I got to pay the bills.
The first location was at a kiosk in Hollywood, and this is where you were discovered. You were making bags out of your home at the time. How did that work?
Well, we worked out of the back of our house, and Katie's room was the shipping department, and the kitchen was our chain store, and then we did the design in the living room. So we utilized every inch of our 2-bedroom, 1-bath house.
After 9/11, your business really took off. Why did yours happen? What do you think it was?
People were starting to really appreciate their families, and that's what our whole product is about. It's about family. It's everybody that they put on the bag is a person that they love. I mean, love. Like they and I think that's what it was. It was an emotional. It's an emotional product, and people were just admiring their families, you know, treasuring their families, and that's what our product's all about. It's you know, there's a lot of heart behind our products.
You suffered an ectopic pregnancy in the company's early days. What philanthropic work grew from that experience?
When Wesley passed away, our son, you know, it's so easy to just fall into a pity mode. And I think I did. I went through a deep depression. And so after that, you know, I said, you know what? I hear all these stories of people that they go through all this tragic stuff. You know, I'm not going to sit on my butt. I'm going to do something about it. So it was funny that when I was at Hollywood and Highland working at the cart, a lot of people kept coming out with and they had adopted babies. So with that in turn, we have our philanthropy for our company. We donate $1 from each bag to go to a fund that helps children, help parents adopt children. It's Hope for Children, and that's where Caitlin came from.
Your baby?
Yeah, my baby.
The accountants were mad about the $1 per bag donation. How do you successfully grow your company and at the same time give back to someone?
I think it was just on my heart to give back, and yeah, our accountants were mad. They said, there's no way you can give, you know, you're a startup business, there's no way that you can, you know, give right now. You need to take care of your growth. And I said, no. I said, this is something that is just instilled in me that we have to give back, and that's the only way.
Boy, she's been through it, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. I can't wait to get one of those bags.
Yeah,
when I have the baby, I'm going to get one of those bags
They're
and put
so
my picture of the baby on there. Absolutely. Well, apparently giving back is helping the company. Gina's products are now being sold internationally through ebags.com. A new men's line with concealed photos is also out. A luggage line is in the works, along with bibs and crib-sized quilts. Gina predicts $5 million in sales this year. Wow.
And still ahead, our studio guest, Bill Crookston, professor of clinical entrepreneurship at the University of Southern California. His consulting practice centers around coaching CEOs and lecturing on sales and marketing issues. Back in just a minute.